how did you start all this? Well, obviously you're doing bits right now. Restoration Plug was booming. You're making shoes for all these big names. But let's run it back to the beginning. Where did this all come from?
All came from working in size. So when I left school, my first job was in size in Meadow, and I literally started reselling training from in there. So we weren't meant to. We weren't meant to at all. But like when the good releases come out, because I'm part of the staff, and I'm inside the stockroom. So all I'd do is literally just get the shoe, and I'd list them before I actually bought them. So let's say in the morning it's like an 8 o'clock release. All the people would come and line up to buy the shoes, and I'd just pull out like I don't know, like a size 9 to like a size 11, put it to the side, and then on my break I'd just buy it. But before then, I've already listed it on eBay, and I'm already selling it. And I used to get messages online actually as well. So like on eBay, I don't know if you can do it anymore, but you be able to contact the buyer, contact the seller, sorry. And people message me, oh, fucking prick, resell my trainer. Because obviously in the morning they try getting them, waited and probably camped out from like, I don't know, sometime the day before, 24-hour camping, trying to get one shoe. And then I just come in the morning, like, just tired of that, come in, just put it there. They tried to buy it for night for £75, I think it was. Like, the casual lads, the casual Adidas and casual football sort of like hooligan sort of shoes. So they'd want them for like £75, and I'd be selling like £190 on eBay, so just making a nice little drink on them. But that's where it all started from, just working size part-time, and just seeing everyone around me in size, just like buying and selling trainers and actually like collecting trainers as well. So my love for trainers kind of came from that, and it grew from there. I think I was there from 2015 to 2018, I think, or 2017. Yeah, that was my first and only job, to be fair. After that, I went straight to business.
What year did you open Restoration Plug in?
I think it was December 2018.
And is that like because were you online, or did you actually have the physical shop?
So it was kind of, so basically I started 2017, at mid 2017, alongside working inside in my bedroom. I was just cleaning and restoring footwear and doing some customs here and there. And then it just grew rapidly, because at the time it was like an American thing to like customize shoes, and also people didn't really know about restoring shoes either. So it was like, when I think about it, I post a picture and I post it before and after, and people were like, oh nah, you haven't done that. I was like, I've like, just clean your shoes, bro, you know what I mean? Like, everyone wore the shoes and dashed them away. But I was like, oh, you can restore them, you can repaint it, blah, 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 blah. You can add customs and stuff like that. And it kind of took off. It was new in the UK, and it was new in Sheffield, and I was the first one doing it in Sheffield as well. So I think everyone just got behind me. It just grew rapid, like super rapid, to a point where I was at work and I was sat in the stock room and thinking, fuck, man, I've got 20, 30 pairs in the house I could be doing. Obviously, each one of them is a minimum of £25 on the shoe.
Yeah.
In work, and I think I'm getting, at the time, maybe like £6 an hour there outside. So I'm thinking, I just started doing the maths. I thought, I shouldn't even be here. I should be at home. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense to be here. While I'm here, I'm literally like we're making more money, working 100% for myself than working 50% or 50% or whatnot, or my spare time doing that. So obviously at the start, it wasn't like that. At the start, it was more, obviously I'm making more net size, and it was my own stuff, but it kind of just like took over to the point where I thought, you know what, there's no point being here. I just literally just put my notice in and just went to the bedroom, just did some cleans and stuff and customization for my little desk in my room.
Did you always have that kind of like, obviously because you're painting and stuff as well, did you always have that kind of like drawing talent, artistic touch there? Or
I've always been decent at art, to be fair. Even through primary school, I've always been into art. I've always painted, I've always drawn like sketches and stuff like that. My mum's quite good at art as well, so I get it from her. But in school, I did art in year 9, but obviously when you take your 50, you see to mess around with it. To be honest, I know art's like a mess around, like 3 periods. So I did all the art. My ability to paint and draw was fine. It was all the right analytics and what they want me to do in the book, because they wanted me to do the art and also describe like what paint you used and what, you know what I mean, what inspired you to draw this leaf and stuff like that. I thought, no, I'm not doing that. You look at my art, man, I'm sick. But so I got a D in that. But if you look at quality of my work, my work's
well, obviously shows now, doesn't it? Look at man, smashing it.
But I've always been good at decent at art, I'd say. So and it just took it from there. Like initially, I didn't start with the customizations, even though that's like the main thing I'm known for now. It started off literally just restoring shoes, and then I've seen someone like American page, and I thought, what the hell, these guys like putting like LV and stuff on it, so I just like dropped that on it, and I was oh shit, and I jumped on it. But
I can imagine it's a bit nerve-wracking when you first start doing the shoes as well, because you're thinking like, yo, I've got some of these shoes there, I don't want to mess it up and have like an angry customer or whatever.
Yeah, it was, because I started off and I was on like I didn't have expensive shoes, only like Nikes and Air Force, and then someone dropped me like, I remember I got a call from somebody, a friend put me on to somebody else, and then he went, oh, I've got 7 pairs of shoes for you. I was like, the first time I got like a bulk of shoes, and I thought, oh man, I was like, oh yeah, there's like Dior, LV,
Mad.
D&G, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, Balenciaga. Oh yeah. So he came, jacked me off some fat whip. I thought, well, obviously me like 17 at the time, I thought, yeah, it's crazy. Got these shoes, this guy, big bag. Hey, if I restore them all, so like, cool, but I was shitting. I thought, like, fucking £1,000 for shoes here. So obviously, at a point, like, even if I messed them up, I would never be able to afford to buy all them back. But I did come through and restore them all, to be fair, and it was happy. But that was I remember that was the first person who brought me a big bag of shoes, and it was all designer as well. And then after that, it was like, I posted them pictures, and people are all right. You know what I mean? You can do these trainers, so it kind of went on from there.
Nice, man.
I remember seeing, we've got a friend Nicky, and I remember seeing his older brother
Nicky.
Brandon wearing like a pair of like LV Air Force back in the day. And for some reason, I thought they were like actually LV and Air Force.
Because it was new, like not a lot of people knew. But like, I was like, wait a minute, what's this? Obviously, everyone knows what customs are now. But talking like early 2017, 2018, like it weren't really like popular. It was like new on the scene. People knew about it, but it was new, so it was kind of like a timing thing. I got there at the right time.
Yeah.
Is there ever any like copyright issues to do with like if you put in LV logos on like a pair of Air Force or anything like that?
I have got.
And we can beep it out if you need as well.
It is. You can, but I think there's something to do with. I don't know the exact like thing where it is, but it's something to do with like art and painting like a logo and stuff like that you can get away with. I don't. You have to research it, but there is something to do with that. But like if it's materials for that, we're using the brand's name, and obviously it's copyright and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if you was to paint, like if I was to paint a canvas, something like that, and I put like LV on it, they couldn't actually sue me for anything for that for some reason. I don't know. I'm sure it's that, but
yeah.
I did get cease and desist from Burberry at one point. Yeah.
So I guess you got to be kind of careful. I guess it's now that you're getting bigger as well.
But at the point, I was selling quite a few, and I also did use the name in like Burberry Air Force One, blah, 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 and it was on like a Google ad as well. So they just seen it. I thought, yeah, stop that. I shoot myself. So I thought, wow. But nah, I literally just took the name out of it and I changed to like Checkered or something like that. I don't know, but like it was alright.
What made you get an actual physical store? Because like something that, and this is something that I think is super interesting, because entrepreneurship's become quite common amongst younger people now. But if you look at it, it's mostly just like online businesses, like people offering services, whether that's video editing, copywriting, anything, podcasts even, anything like this. And it feels like the barrier to entry has eroded a bit for younger people doing something like this. But you owned an actual brick and mortar business, which kind of takes people by surprise these days. I mean, when we had Lyndon on, he was reminding people and saying, brick and mortar businesses are still a thing.
Yeah.
Why did you feel the need to have a physical store rather than just doing it all online and running it out of home or something?
Initially when I started, I always put, like, if I was in the description, I always put like we. In my head, I always had this dream of having this store and having this place where people can come to, and like it's a drop-off location. It's like you see them hype stores in America and stuff like that. So like I don't know if you ever went to the old store. He had like a basketball net on the shop floor, and he had all the like Supreme bits and bobs here and there. So I tried to make it quite young friendly like that, but like it just happened. I literally got a call. I think my dad called me. It was, I've got a friend and he's got a shop, but it's vacant at the moment. Like, do you want it? And initially I was like, no, I'm not ready for that. I can't have a store. I mean, I'm in my bedroom, you know what I mean? I'm desk and like 20 pairs of trainers there. I think I'm meant to fill a store. And then I think probably like, and obviously I'll continue to grow. So about 4 months later, I thought, you know what? Let me go for it. Let me come and see the size of this shop. And it was it was big for like where I was at the time. But it was like, if you want it, you know what I mean? We'll try and sort it out. We'll do the numbers, see if we can do it. And it made sense. So we just jumped in it. And initially, my first opened it, like literally I think I started off and I opened up. I had a few T-shirts I was selling. I was selling a brand called Divide. I had a clothing brand as well.
Was that your brand?
Yeah, Divide.
I remember Ilyas always wearing it to school.
Yeah, you rinsed that T-shirt. Good guy, man, supported. But yeah, so that Divide was my brand I opened up. Cause I thought I want to open up with more, because at the time I only had like small bags out, like a little bit of trainers, you know what I mean? I'll resell a little bit. So I thought, let me try and do like fill the store car. I want to do like clothing on that side and footwear on this side and the services at the back end of the shop. So when I made the brand, it kind of like it lifted the shop. It filled a bit more at the time while I was smaller, and then later on, it just kind of got ramming there. Like Jack and Zach, when they first started, they actually brought all their designer stuff into the store, and I was working with them to sell their stuff. So like, say their customer message online, their item would be in the store, and people from Sheffield to come and collect from the store. That's how I know.
Ah, is that how you know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was wondering where the link was, but I thought clothes and something to do with clothes.
Pretty much everyone to do with clothes has a link to the Morley brand.
yeah, they're massive, them. But yeah, initially that's why I met them. They came to the store, we had a little agreement, worked out percentages and whatnot, and it was just part of their little bubble sort of thing. They had the online stuff, but they had no location ever. They were small at that point. They were very fresh and very new, so it kind of helped them get like a better reach as well from my platform. Because what I would do when I'm selling and reselling my trainers, I'd put like the Balenciaga or anything what I've got, and I'd put it next to one of their items. Yeah. You know what I mean? At that point, they're selling more new stuff now, but I was selling like worn trainers, and they were selling worn like clothing and whatnot, or secondhand clothing, or even like near to new or discounted or faulty items or being repaired. So I would pair them together. So it kind of like worked hand in hand with with the categories. So, because obviously, a certain sort of clientele, they'd want to buy like only new stuff, new designer stuff, and you got another sort of clientele who doesn't mind buying like worn stuff, whatnot, because the shoes and the clothing was worn. It's the same sort of client. You get me? Yeah. So it went hand in hand. But it worked for a bit. I got too busy with my footwear stuff, so I stopped doing that. It just got a mess. But
How did you find that initial like change as well? You know, in terms of, because you expanded, obviously you started having like employees under you as well. I guess that's like a totally new thing for most people, especially when you're young as well. You know, dealing with like other people underneath your wing.
Yeah, it was. I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that I did then I wouldn't do now, because obviously I'm 19. Like people walk in the shop and it's a nice shop. Like, who's the owner? So where's the manager? I'm the manager. I'm still here. Like, obviously no baby face, no facial hair. I've barely got any now, but you know what I mean. But like then none at all. So I've always had like a baby face sort of thing. So looking, thinking, really, how old are you? I was like, I'm 19. Like, what the hell have you got a shop at 19? I was like, it's hard work, innit? But when I started getting staff now, it was like, I was still a kid in myself, so like the shifts, I'm pretty sure he spoke to like Nick and anything. It was very relaxed, like too relaxed to a point where like I was like, it's going, man. Like, get a drink, go shop, bro. Yeah, I mean, order some food, play some basketball or whatnot. Remember, like back in the days, actually, there was a point where, because the front of the shop, the first shop was all glass, so people and the traffic like right outside the shop.
Oh, that's the one next to the sheriff.
Yeah. So every time you drive there, you'd stop there.
That's the one that I went into, I think. That one, back in the day.
The what do you call it? Every time, the entire time I was there for like, I think I was there for 4 years. Every single day you'd get beeps and I'd look up and it'd be someone like sat in the traffic like looking to shop, thinking what the fuck's going inside there, because like they'd look at everything. It's like the big, like I did a mural on the wall as well, like with Nike stuff, and like I think I had a Nike logo, Adidas logo, I had a Yeezy box on there. I painted the whole entire thing. You can see on my Instagram. Cool, and so they look in the shop and try to figure out what's going on, because the shoes in there, and it was a weird look. It's not a weird location, but like you wouldn't expect something like that to be there, to be popping. But like at one point, because the basketball net was there, we were like playing like, I don't know what game we're playing, but we were full on like sweating in there, like playing basketball. Windows are steaming up, and like, this is like mid shift as well. So it was like, obviously now looking back, like I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't let my staff like the fuck about it. You know, mid shift, but it was just like what I wanted. I wanted to have like a relaxed place where we came in, we had a laugh, we mashed work, sent the orders out, and we also had fun. It was a good place to work at the same time. But I'm thinking there's nowhere like this, but there's nowhere like that for a reason, because you know, I mean, you've got to separate work and play. But obviously, you know, I mean, when I was younger, it's a sole play.
It's a learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it was good.
So that was the old shop then?
That was the old shop. Yeah, that was Restoration Plug over in Sharrow. Yeah.
And how come you moved?
So I moved from there because the building had some like planning permission. So from when I moved in there, I knew that at some point I'd have to move. Yeah. But while I was in there, like I had time to just grow and whatnot. And it came to the point where the building ended up getting sold. Then new owner wanted to do something else with it, so he wanted it vacant. So then I moved down to Gibraltar Street like mid last year. But at that point, I already started to like kind of like downscale the business, because it was like on the journey to like getting to where I want to be. Like, I've kind of found different avenues, and I was thinking, I was talking to a good friend of mine called Royal. He owns a very big company called Prior. It's a jewelry brand, and he's online. And when they've got a service brand or service business, there's time connected to it. So I want to scale it to a point where I see myself later on. I like to live the high lifestyle. I want nice things, nice cars, go on nice holidays, and so on. If I can get a yacht later on in life, I want one. I want one.
Yeah.
But I see myself like, cool. What I'm doing right now, can I get that from that?
Yeah.
And I'll weighing it up, and I don't think I can. I could, but then it comes into a point where if I need to scale this business, I need more time, and there's only so much time in a day, and only so much time someone can work. That means more staff, and you got more staff, then it means a bigger premises, and it goes on and on and on. And I think the overheads in my head is going to get way too big, and it's going to be way too hard to handle. Well, not hard to handle. I'm just thinking, why has no one else done it like that before? And I'm thinking, is it going to work?
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to get it to that point and it not? There's too many risks involved. There's too many outgoings for me to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Knowing that I will people around me that have like less outgoing and a lot more incoming. You know what I mean? And it's because they've got like a product brand where they're shipping out just odd products like you got your Amazon FBAs and you've got you understand it. You know what I mean? So these guys are doing good money and whatnot, so they're not even touching the products. But like, I'm here grafting like around Christmas again. Companies, all right, when's it gonna get shipped off? I'm thinking, yeah, just a bit delayed because we've got 100 orders to ship out in a week and whatnot, and just sweating for all these customs and that. It's a lot of stress. It took its toll on me, to be honest. Like to the point where I'm thinking, I don't know if I enjoy it anymore. To this point, like I tried scaling it to a point where we were shipping out 100 shoes a week, and
100 shoes a week.
Bro, like the amount of Air Force would come into the shop, ridiculous. I swear, to this day, I feel like some of them orders never came through because I was ordering that many Air Forces that it was hard to keep track of like what every was coming through and what day, and those delays as well, especially from COVID. Oh my god!
Was there a lot of you at the time when you were doing that? Or was there only a few of you?
At the highest point, I think I had about 8 people working the shop.
Fair. Well, even that, I guess, for the amount of shoes you're putting out, it's not a mass amount of people, is it?
It's not. There's bigger teams now around, but it was a lot. But listen. Everyone likes to make money, but I like to make money like not easier. Cause I love hard work. I love the graft, but there's working hard and there's working smart. You know what I mean? Like if I've got options to work a bit smarter and earn more money, I'm gonna pick that one than just staying there grafting. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's one of them ones. So it kind of just like bit by bit. I just weighed up what I've got around me and what I can do, and then thought, like, cool, let's just make a change. You know what I mean? To make a change with this because I just don't see myself being 30-yard doing LV trainers, bro. LV drip trainers.
Yeah, that's fair
you get
enough,
me?
bro.
Nothing wrong with that. Someone to do that, but for me personally, that's not what I see myself.
Sounds like it would have changed that you needed, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Because you had the shop, what happened? Because it was the 20th of March or what? Oh no, it was like the 23rd of March or whatever when Boris was like, right, lockdown. What were you doing? Because you must have still had to pay rent. Yeah,
obviously things kept on going. I was fortunate enough that the shop was kind of like, I won't say funded, but like obviously the whole one business. But because I was doing so well online, the shop was just like, it didn't really matter whether it made money or not inside the physical store because online was doing enough to pay everything. You know what I mean? So we did make some good money in store as well. People came through and ordered shoes and custom in store. So we did kind of like, I just said to this lot, that's what I closed the shop, and literally just said, all right, cool. The people that did, I remember what I did with the cleaners. I think everyone just jumped on customs, to be fair, because obviously they couldn't clean shoes and no one's going out to get the shoes dirty anyway. So it was bits and bobs. I just separated everyone go home. I'd made sure that everyone had the right equipment here and there. And I literally just I bought a van as well. I bought a van and literally just ordered all the shoes in, filled the back of the van up with flipping Air Force and just dropped them off. So like, cool. That's fine, pardon me. I'd do all the like writing down like what shoe it was, make sure put a note in there, blah blah blah, give it to them, and they had the equipment at home to do it anyway. So everyone just kind of worked from home, and then I just go and just collect. And even though I shouldn't be moving about, but COVID it was a weird time. I'm not getting to COVID talk, but yeah, all that stuff was just stupid to me. I didn't get no jabs or anything. I just thought it's a waste of time. Conspiracies and that. I'm not getting into that. We won't get into it. But we just. Yeah, I just kept on working, I kept on moving, and it was a crazy time because I've never seen numbers like that before. I'll be honest, it was just I was waking up and this website was on like 10 orders.
People were loving that COVID pay, innit?
Yeah, everyone was chilling. I was chilling as well. We always was nice, but obviously it was kind of like a false representation of like your business's success because as soon as that stopped and everyone went to work when it just dropped off like rapidly. You know what I mean? Everyone kind of came to realization no one buying stuff anymore, so you can't really look at it as like, all right, these are my numbers. like in that point, you can't. People might, but I don't really count that as like too much as like the business success or the growth, because it was like a false representation. I think, especially in the UK, because it just grew so rapidly, and I'm pretty sure many people can say it was stupid. It didn't make any sense to how much people were spending during COVID. Well, obviously people get free money, then you know what I mean.
So how did once obviously COVID was over, how did you transition into like being back in the store again?
I think we just came back and got back onto it, because obviously it wasn't really like a very like it was a stressful environment, as in like we had a lot of trainers coming through and whatnot, but it just took every day as it come, and just got back involved, because obviously we were still working anyway. Like I was still moving around and you know what I mean, dropping shoes off, whatnot. One or two of the staff didn't actually want connection, like obviously I don't think at the time we couldn't transfer the flipping COVID over parcels and shit. So I don't know what it was, but like he was like, all right, just leaving my door. So I was like, cool, to drop the box off, and he went, all right, cool, I'm away. I'll be 5 minutes, left my door, picked up in the van, and just shipped him off and whatnot. But it was all good. We just jumped back in it again. We carried on working the way we was, still just
sick, man.
But yeah.
So how did you make the transition from being like heavily focused on cleaning the trainers to slowly doing what you're doing now and making boots for Floyd Mayweather?
So I've always done boots anyway, because I box myself and I'm in there myself. So I always like to be different within the gym, within the ring and whatnot. So I've always customized my own stuff, and also my stable mates as well, my gym mates. So anyone who boxes in my gym, if they actually box for Manor Boxing Academy, I'll give them a free customization on the boxing boots. I'll give them whatever they want. Like, it's just part of my team sort of thing. If you're fighting, if you're just in the gym training, you know, I'm not doing it for you. Because it's time. I mean, I'm obviously that's that slot I'm taking up for you. That I could be making money doing it for someone else who's a lot bigger. And actually can, you know, what I mean, do something for me, as in like a repost or whatnot, or like a co-sign. But like if you're boxing for the gym representing the club, and you want to look good in the ring, you know what I mean, give me a shout and I'll pattern your shoes. But I've always done them, so I've posted 1, 2 here and there, and I've got like get in contact with other boxing stores around the UK, or I might have a customer base, and they're like, oh, all right, we've seen you do these, can you do, if we get a customer, can you do them for our customers? I was like, yeah, sure. So it kind of went on from there. I've always done it from the background, but I've never posted it. It's just one of them, it was like a stream through the company. Like I had that line, like we did Air Forces, we did cleaning, we did restoring, and we also did boxing with customization, but we never just actually posted it. I had a couple of pictures on my phone, but I think I posted 1 or 2 throughout the years. But because my page was heavily like Air Forces, for me to post a boxing boot, people weren't interested. Like the clientele, you know, I mean, the audience I had there on that page wasn't bothered about boxing boots. So I never posted them at all. But yeah, I just as things were changing, I'm always in the boxing scene, so I'm always doing them. And then I thought, you know what? Let me just use this page. I've got a separate page, so my own personal page. I started posting the boxing boots on there. I thought, because I'm going to try and turn pro soon, let me start pushing the boxing boots more, which draws in the pro boxers, the bigger pro boxers who want to follow me. And then I can filter in myself in between posts. You go on my page, you'll see myself there training as well as the boxing boots. So me like filtering in. You're going to get used to seeing me boxing. And then I'm close to some of these boxers as well, these big boxers on Sky and Matchroom, DAZN. And if I can, I don't want to say I'm like using them, but like
you're just networking, providing
exactly.
value, I guess is what you're doing.
Yeah. So they want the boxing boots doing, I do them, and I know them anyway from being young when I'm in the boxing scene anyway. So yeah,
it's a win-win, isn't it? They get some cool looking shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
You get yourself out there. Nice.
They repost me, then someone comes onto the page. Oh, I want some boxing boots doing as well. It might be like a kid on the amateur scene, and then they'll go, oh, he actually boxes as well. Oh, he's decent. Oh, let me follow him. I like him. Let me become a fan of his shoes and his ability to box as well. So I'm using that. I'm using my ability to paint and do the designs to then also co-sign myself and my boxing ability as well.
Yeah.
Put me on a better platform to get a better fan base behind me, because when it comes to pro boxing, it is a business. People think when you turn pro, you might make some decent money. Like on the low end of being a pro, there's not much money in it at all. I'll be honest. Like some people are boxing for free. Some people are owing promoters money. It's just crazy. I mean, you've boxed and you're like dangerous as well. You can get one punch and die, and you're owing them money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all based on how much tickets you can sell. If you can't sell tickets, it's hard. Sometimes you're not even gonna fight. Sometimes they'll pull you from the card, and it's all technical. It's all political.
So like long term, then where do you see yourself in terms of obviously you want to be turning pro? You've got the shoes. What's kind of like the goals for you at the moment?
So my plan is, because I've switched it all up now, I just want to, because I've got the e-commerce business as well, which basically I didn't spoke about it, but I don't really talk about it much, but it does more than anything else, surprisingly. So because I explained earlier on that having a service links to time, and there's not enough time in the day, and it's scaling up. So I've got myself my own e-commerce business, which is a product-based business I can just ship off. It's just dog leads and collars.
Cool.
It's nothing. I don't talk about it too much. It's not impressive. You know what I mean? Like, obviously compared to like the boxing boots, I'm doing it for Floyd and blah blah blah. Is it alright? A dog collar. It's not really something. You want to talk about, unless you want to talk about.
It's interesting though. It's a niche that as
well.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was gonna say.
One of them was like, I started it, and then we started doing numbers. Like, I've been doing it for like a year and a half now. And we've done close to 4,000 orders, and it's one of them ones where I like, why did I not do this earlier? But obviously it was never going to work. I believe in like things happen for a reason and whatnot. So everything has its time. So its time is now, and I could have never got it any earlier than what I've got it right now. But it keeps things ticking, and it's good for that. But I'm doing that, and my main focus is that, and the boxing boots is actually a side hustle sort of thing at the moment. It's literally just there to help me with my pro career.
Yeah.
Get my page the awareness it needs, because even with the restoration plug, like it had like at the highest point, I didn't post on there in years now, but it had the highest point, I had like nearly 40,000 followers. I feel like 42,000.
Yeah.
But it was mainly because of the customizations. But customization then brought people into the other service that made them aware of other services that I did have, which was the cleaning and restoring as well. So because I did all the customs, people were like, oh, all right, yeah, I'm following you, like the custom. Then actually, you know what, I get my shoes cleaned as well. So I'm kind of doing the same sort of thing over on my other page, where I'm doing the customs, but really, I don't really care too much. I care about the customs, but like the main thing is my own career, my own boxing ability, and what I'm doing them so that people can see me as well.
So it sounds like the main focus is just the boxing. Everything else kind of around that.
Yeah, exactly. I've switched up now. It's like everything's around. I want to. Cause what it is, I've been boxing since I've been 10.
Yeah.
I've been in and out for years, and I've beat good kids. I've beat kids where I've been on GB squad. I've in England representatives. I've beaten kids where I'm like 30 odd bouts, and I've been on 8 bouts. You know what I mean? Like, so my ability to box is, I'm not gonna say I'm crap. I'm decent, but I've never had like the discipline. I've had discipline, but it's never like here and there. I've had other things outside the gym going on, like the business and everything, so it's taken my attention away. Yeah. I'm from Burngreave, Pittsmore, so whatever I had around me which would make me successful quickest, I want to run with that. Whether it would be boxing or the business, blah, blah, blah. I had to, because I've got shit I need to do, and I mean, I need to move mom out of the house. I need to, I need to give back. So it was one of them ones. So like the business took off, so I kind of took a step back from boxing.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to find that balance of everything.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when it's a shop as well. You got employees, there's a lot of stress. Like people think you got your own business, like you clock in, clock out. Nah, you don't clock out when you got a business at all. It's 24/7, constantly. Like at times I'm kind of like in a way envious of someone that can clock out and just go home and chill and not focus about work, because my mind will stop about work constantly. It's like just non-stop. I'll be sat in bed sometimes. I'll just chill about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll just wake up. Oh shit, I need to do that. Downstairs, laptop open. But I wouldn't change it for the world, because obviously it gives me the ability to do kind of like what I want to a certain extent, and there's no ceiling to my success. Yeah, I feel like when you're in a job, you kind of capped. They don't know you, but they already put a value on you straight away. And saying you're worth, oh no. At the time when I worked inside, they're telling me when I first worked, I'm worth like £4 something an hour. I was like, what the hell? That's nothing. It's peanuts. You know what I mean? I can't do anything from that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I had a car insurance, which was like, my first car insurance was like £390 a month, something like that, for a little 1.2 Fiesta. I get paid £120 a week. So majority of my wages going straight into this. Yeah, and I got paid for fuel as well. So I was like working to pay for my car. You know what I mean?
Working to get to work.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought, this is backwards. That's why I started just getting into the business. I got to do something else, because it pissed me off to a point where it gave me motivation to want to be more thinking, there's someone high up somewhere driving his fat Bentley to work and then doesn't know me, and then it says that I'm worth £4 something or £6 something or whatever it was at the time. So I'm worth £1 million an hour. You know what I mean? You can't put that price tag on me. So I thought, yeah, I'm out of here. So the first opportunity I got to get out of there, I was out of there and just working.
Yeah, that's sick. I want to go back onto the boots for a minute.
Oh yes.
Who was like the first person that you made boots for that like casuals like us would have heard of?
Yeah, I wanted
You
to
know
ask
what?
the
You
same
know,
thing as
the
well.
big people I've made them for. It's only been like in the past like year and a bit.
Yeah.
It just took off. Before that, I've been doing pros and stuff like that, but like you might not know them. But I think the very first big one I got, who was it? I think it might have been Devin Haney. I think he was the first big one I got. Yeah,
that is a pretty big one as well.
It went from like the normal boxes to like Devin Haney. But yeah, it was him, and I thought, and with how I don't want to reveal how I get them, so I mean too much, but it's like sometimes like they don't like the lower end boxes like in the UK, they follow me, they'll give me credit, they might even repost, but they don't really owe me anything when they're paying for the boot. But like the American ones, like I'll do them, send them over there. Like even like let's say Canelo, I worked with Canelo twice, and like I don't even know if he got them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the boots, I've got the order's there. I've done what I need to do, send it over, and that's it. I don't hear anything else. I'll have to just like wait and see if he posted it or is the picture of him wearing it. Like I think I saw the boots that I did one time on like an all access on YouTube, but like in the back of his training video somewhere. I think there was like 3 pairs of them lined up, and one of them I did. I was like, oh shit, yeah. But it was like kind of blurry, and I couldn't really get the content for the page or anything. So I didn't really repost that. I haven't posted any of the Canelo ones, but the first one Devin Haney, and I think it was Terence Crawford, and then after that. We've got Ben Whitaker, who's a UK. Everyone's talking about him at the moment. He's just messing around in the ring when he does 9 people in the ring and people want to get knocked out.
He was in the Olympics, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got silver in the Olympics. Yeah. He's a very safe guy. I've known him since being young because, you know, Shaquille Thompson, who I trained with, he boxed him as an amateur when he was young. He lost to him. And I think we were about 14, maybe about 13, 14 when I first met Ben. And then we kind of always known of each other from then growing up. Obviously now I do this. Now he's like always hollering me for like his, you know, other day he needed some gloves doing for his fight. So I did them. But then it's like from him and then I got the Floyd job. Cause that was crazy on that.
That must have been mad.
Yeah, that was crazy. I got the call. I was sat, where was I? I was in the shop. I was sat around. I got a call. I was like, "Oh, Floyd needs some boots doing, but he needs them for tomorrow." I was like, "All right, like, has he got his boots?" He's like, "He ain't got no boots." I was like, "Cool." So when I was the other side, cool. This shop's got the boots.
Yeah.
Go to this shop and in the morning. No, I think I said, go to the shop now, pick them up, and then he needs to do them. He needed to have them done by like 8 a.m. tomorrow, and it was at the time like 5 o'clock. So I was like, what the hell? They went, oh, right, it's not just 1 pair, it's 2 pairs. I was like, all right. Cool.
I've seen the video on your Instagram where you talked about that.
Yeah, I don't know what time I went to bed. I think I had that day, it'd been 24 hours and about an hour's sleep because I think I finished at about 4. I went home. I think about an hour. I didn't think I would sleep, to be fair. I was, you know when you sleep or you're not sleeping? For an hour, you can't really sleep. And then I literally just jumped on motorway and just went dropping back off again. But yeah, that was a crazy job.
Has it been a bit of like a kind of domino effect then in terms of when you've got the first, I don't know, bigger names? Obviously you don't have to talk about how you get them, but just like, did it kind of spiral from there, getting everybody else? Because it seems like you've had a lot in the past, like what you were saying, the past year and a half or whatever.
It was like it is like a knock-on effect, but I think that it's all compounded from like everything I've done years ago. I've been in the custom game for like 5 years.
So you've been putting in work, innit?
Yeah. From there, like I can't even just the thousands of pairs I've done. Like even if it's not boxing, but I've done thousands of pairs of shoes. So it's like one of them ones where like from 2018 until now, everything leading up to there had resulted into what I'm doing now. That people might see now. So all right. If you look at my page now, you can scroll down, you can see like I ain't got many posts on that page, but because all my posts are on another page, so new people see that and think this guy's come out of nowhere. He's got all these massive names. What he's doing, that how have you done that? Yeah. But like because I've been working, been putting away from day, people feel like it's overnight success and luck, and there's no such thing as that. It's all graft and it all compounds into where you are. And yeah, the bigger names have had as a knock-on effect because. One of them ones where when you've got a big name like that, you kind of co-signed you. Like that's why I've pinned the Floyd Mayweather at the top of the post. So you're gonna go straight away. It's like everyone knows who Floyd is. I could put another boxer on there, but there's a possibility that an individual won't know who that boxer is.
Yeah.
And it'll give the same sort of value.
Yeah, you don't even have to be a boxing fan really to know, I guess.
Exactly, everyone knows his name. So you see me there, but the first video there, you've obviously got the full, the vlog of like what went on and how I got the boot to and whatnot. And then the pictures after that, I'm actually wearing the boot.
Mm-hmm.
So that straight away gives me value to a point where I can charge more because I've done Floyd's, you know what I mean? It's weird to say that, but like it's the world we live in. If you've got a good cosign, you work with better people, you've got better value, you can say, yeah, my work's, and my work's not just saying that, my work is top tier, but without them cosigns, it's hard for people to see your value.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So with them big names, it does lead to more. And then like even the UK boxers like Ben and all the people I've used, when they post me in the story, Adam Azim, I did his boots the other day as well. That gives me like the other UK people, the people that maybe in the pro scene or the amateur scene will follow these people, then they also follow me, and then they it's all knock-on effect. Yeah.
So you do gloves as well?
Yeah. Only recently. Obviously my ability, I can work in anything. I've worked on canvases, walls, shoes, bags. I've done LV bags, suitcases. There's no limit to what I can work on, but literally, I think that's the first pair. No, actually, tell a lie. I did. Someone from my gym got like a Superman logo put on his gloves like years ago. That's the only one I did. But
have you not done your own gloves?
No. But people say, when I was like deep in the custom game, and I've been doing LV shoes and anything, like, I never used to wear them because it was a product to me that I sold. I had like one pair. I think in my life I've had about 3 pairs of customs. The entire time I've done it, like I'm a hype sort of guy, so I prefer my Jordan 4s and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you got a Jordan 4s on
today.
today.
So I prefer my nice like that over like a custom because I know that these actually have value. Like the custom has value, but like you might like them, but there's no resale value in them sort of thing. So the trainers that I do have, they've all got like a bit of resale value. They've got a bit of hype. They've got a story behind them. Like if you're into trainers, you'll know about these shoes and whatnot. So I'm a trainer guy as well, so I like the history behind them. So I prefer them over like a custom and whatnot, and even customizing boots and stuff myself. Only recently I've started to wear like custom boots. I've got an obsession with buying boots at the moment, to be honest. Even my gym, I'm like, oh, new pair of boots. Like every week I've got a new pair. I was like, yeah, these are fresh, these ones.
When you make your pro debut, you're gonna come like fully kitted out, like boots, shorts, gloves, everything.
Yeah, definitely. But then it's like I'm a walking billboard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. People, every time like someone comes, like we have like into gym sparring, so like someone comes to spar, one of our boxers or me, and my coach is always like, oh yeah, no, tell me about who you the boots for. And I was like, oh, like, I'm not that sort of person. I'm not a loud person. I'll just go through life, just you know what I mean? You won't see me like screaming and being too loud or saying, oh, I've done this.
Just getting on with it.
Yeah, I just do my thing. If you know I am, you know I am. If you don't, then all right. If I need you to know I am, I'll let you know I am. I'll network, but if it's just like I'm just there to spar, innit? And it's like telling the coach, yeah, he's done all this. I show him your page. I'm thinking, yeah, but he's like my fan, innit? It's like, it's my guy. It's like my dad. So he's proud of me. So he just makes sure he puts me out there every single time. And he got me a couple sales there by doing that. People come to the gym, and he'll straight away like say, all right, yeah, Darnell's the guy. Like he's done boot for Floyd, done boot for Tyson Fury, and everybody else. I was like, yeah, show me pins. All right, yeah. Then they'll like, oh, let me follow you, and then within a couple of days they'll be ordering some shoes and whatnot. So.
That's quality.
Yeah.
Sick, man.
I also had another e-commerce brand quite a while ago actually, where it was called Essential Soul, and I was selling like, cause I wanted to try and keep up. When I was speaking to my friend about, obviously, when I came to realization that doing what I'm doing now isn't going to get me to where I need to be or the life I want to live, unless like I'd have scaled it stupidly. I had 100 staff and whatnot. It's all going to become mad. Where I'm going to go through all this stress when then my boy's going to be over here. Just hiring a team of packages and a marketing team, which is probably not even in his office. They've got internal marketing team now, but at the time he didn't. Yeah. That compared to having 15 staff and emails and you know what I mean. So I thought I might get to that point, but it's gonna be so hectic over here compared to the easy route over here. You know, like you got 2 paths and one's got flipping lightning blasting over and one's got all sunshine. Like I felt like obviously it's not as easy as that, but it's an easier route over there. Yeah. So I was trying to look at what brands I could or what products I could sell online, like an e-commerce sort of online packaging, get the products in and ship them straight out. And I was doing like footwear accessories because I wanted to link it to something that I kind of liked as well. Yeah. I was interested in. So the footwear, I thought, alright, cool. So I was doing like crease shield, laces, key
Yeah,
rings,
yeah.
and put like in my head, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have like a mega store of everything to do with footwear, accessories. So, you know, like sneaker mats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is like keep
Cool,
off
cool,
my
cool.
all stuff like that. But I learned that each one of them products has its own market and its own like monopoly individual. What has like a company which just focuses on one individual. I don't have the capital to spend and market every single one of them individual
Yeah.
items because they're different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
with him, he's got a jewelry brand, so he just markets in the jewelry category.
Yeah.
When I've got custom socks and like deep dye, you know, in dyed socks you used to get like Nike socks like dyed, and you've got
Yeah,
matte,
yeah.
and I've got keychains, and I've got phone cases, and I've got each individual one of these have its own little bracket which has its own marketing like section.
So I guess, did you want to kind of zone in on one thing? 'Cause
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say with the dog collars, it's such like a niche thing. How did you actually come across that in terms of like starting to do it yourself?
It's one of them. So I've got 4 dogs myself anyway.
Right, yeah.
So I'm the working breed. So like, while training, the collar that I sell is a training collar.
Right.
It's a collar it's called you can go slip collar. It's a grot collar, French collar. It's originally originated from the French ring sport. It's a dog sport.
Cool.
It's basically it's not very big. It's like a 4mm collar, and it's used to give dog corrections. So some people don't like it. Some people think, oh, it's hurting your dog, whatnot. It's not. It's like it kind of like replicates like, let's say a dog's in like a pack, and how does a mother dog discipline like his kids when it's messing around like his puppies? He's gonna give it a little nip, a little bite, blah blah. But a prong collar kind of replicates. But same, it's not a prong collar, it's just a rope. So you give it a tug and kind of give it a little jar on the neck to make him like understand that what you've done is a negative. So, but then you also then reinforce that with positive, either food or verbal praise like that. So it's like it's a training product, but used right, it's good. Obviously, used wrong, you can strangle your dog. You know what I mean? Like just like anything else. Like you can use anything. You could use a microphone to speak to it. I can beat you up with it. You know what I mean? One of them ones, depending on what it. Yeah, you get me. So obviously, people look at it when I'm selling these products. Sometimes I'm doing the ads, and people are like, "Oh, this is
so
cruel."
I guess you get a bit of backlash
yeah, I get
from it
Karens.
sometimes.
It's on Facebook. It does my head in.
Yeah, but I bet if you're running ads and they're arguing in the comments, have
Yeah,
you
it
ever
does
seen
extra
that? Have you ever
engagement,
seen that
innit?
Luke Belmar story where he was selling something super similar to like dog collars or something, and he basically got the woman to like one of the women who was arguing in the comments that he responded on a different account and put like, send me a photo of your dog, and then on another account he would reply and say like, your dog's ugly.
Yeah, rinsing your dog.
And then all these people would start sending photos of their dogs and they'd all be arguing.
Yeah.
And he did something ridiculous.
Just
Like he
brings
did like
crazy
200k or
engagement.
something just off this
the
one
engagement's
Facebook ad.
crazy. I was saying I did at one point do that, but it takes a long time up. So what I was doing when people was I was arguing back, but giving them like, I was educating them.
Yeah.
But they think it coming across like aggressive because they don't want to hear anything. They know in their head they're a positive only trainer. So they've got positive. It's proper techie in the dog industry, right? So like in dog training, you've got positive trainers.
My girlfriend trained her dog,
Yeah.
and it's like the most insane dog in the world. I don't know. Like I had a beagle, and he was just unbearable.
Didn't listen. But so there's positive training where it's like verbal praise and you've got treats and it's like clicker training and so that. So the dog never gets any negative reinforcement. And then you've got positive and negative reinforcement training, I like to call it. So you've got compulsion training. So compulsion training is with a slip collar or a prong collar where you're going to give some sort of compulsion to the dog saying, all right, cool, let's say it doesn't sit first time, but you know that to say, you give it a tug, you tell it again. And then once it does, then you can reinforce it again with positive. So it's like a balance. But people think, oh, it's cruel. You force your dog. You're putting like violence into your dog for no reason, blah, blah, blah. But every dog's different. I've got a dog which is very, very high drive. And just positive training alone probably wouldn't have got through to him. Like, he wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He'd probably spin back on me after a bit because he realised this guy's a pussy. To be honest, like, you see my dog, he's
It's
a knob.
interesting that you're doing this. Like, how did you even get into the whole training thing in terms of the
I
dogs?
wanted a dog. I seen him online. I thought, you know what? I've got a big cane course, so it's like, well,
Yeah,
he's
big
like,
dogs there.
Yeah,
innit?
he's like, at his highest, I like to keep him quite lean because obviously with his joints and stuff like that, he's a big dog. But his highest has been about 68 kilos, bro. He's flipping massive.
That was higher than the weight I was
68
Bro,
kilos.
Yeah, bro, it's massive. He's huge. He's an absolute unit. I'm trying to.
Bro, that's like bigger than like.
Bro, bigger than me before I hit gym.
Bro, on his back feet, he's definitely on his. If you stand him up on his back feet and you pick him up, he's probably about the same size as me. I'm about 5'9", 5'10". Bro, he's huge. That's him.
Yeah, man. Send me the picture. I'll put it up on the screen or something right now.
Exactly.
That's
So I'm trying to say,
nuts.
so his head's like just a bit above my waist. And obviously it's just a big, heavy, and it's all muscle, bro. So when you got that dog there, he ain't gonna listen to you if he's going, oh, yeah. You know what I mean? You gotta give him a bit of man strength behind him. So obviously when I seen him, well, when I got him, I wanted to make sure he was protection trained as well.
Yeah.
So he's personal protection trained to a point where he can walk off lead. I can walk through Millhouse's Park off lead with dogs, kids running around, and he won't leave my side. He'll be there, just bang there. And then if I give him the command to go and do something, he would go and do something. But like he's like completely under control. I spend thousands of pounds like training him with a friend actually. Yeah, the company I trained, a dog training company, and then he's the one that actually introduced me to this product, well, the collar, which I used in the training session to train him.
Right.
And I realized how essential this lead actually was, with this collar was, and I realized how under marketed this product was as well. And like I said, where I was getting them from, like little Etsy sellers and little small websites where the website was crap, and I'm thinking, oh, this website is shit. Like it's hard to navigate a website.
Yeah.
It's
You
like,
also don't trust it either.
Yeah.
You don't want
Exactly.
you just think like, is this going to arrive? If it is going to arrive, when's it going to arrive?
Exactly, all that sort of thing. So I thought, you know what? Because obviously I'm with Royal a lot, and I see him and how he's navigating his business, and his company's growing like flipping stupid amounts and shipping all these. I'm thinking, you know what? I need a business like that. And then I thought, I had a moment. I thought, this is the product. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Because there's no one else around who's gonna really market the way that I'm marketing. Because in my head, I feel like they're all old heads what just don't really know how to do the internet properly. But I think I'm young. I know how to build a good website. I know about conversions. I can get this churning sort of thing. So I made the website and bit by bit and built it up. I think I've sold maybe about a year, been a year and a half. And I think unit wise, we must have sold about maybe 6,000 units of that one just color. Yeah, it just sells and
doing numbers.
Good returns and customers as well. So we've got returning customers because the a dog product as well. Like they get used a lot every single day, so they do wear down. You're gonna have to new one. But when you've got a company that you can trust and you get next to delivery and stuff like that, and you've got a good website and you've got 200 odd reviews on there and whatnot. You know, I mean, people are coming to me sort of thing. So it was easy to kind of like, I won't say it's not, nothing's ever easy, but it made sense to go into that. It just came to me. Obviously I was training my dog. He got shown to me. And it wasn't until like a year after like training my dog properly where I thought, you know, actually I'm starting making the product myself. I looked into that. I thought it's not gonna cost much to actually make these. Cause like material wise, this paracord, a metal O loop, like O-ring, and some like, you know, the toggle you get to close your bag. There's two of them. I thought surely it can't be how much. Obviously I'm not reveal how much I get my stuff for, but it's good margins, you know what I mean, compared to how I'm selling it for. And also like these smaller sellers where just like they'll make them like here and there and won't get many sales, and they're selling them at like £7, but like I sell mine like £20. But I've got a brand behind mine, you know what I mean? I put the label on there. We've got a company, you know what I mean? Proper company. People see value in the company and are willing to pay more for this. And also my product is better because I've gone and dug into deep and found the best paracord, the strongest one, which rated up to like 500 kilos breaking weight, and all these other things. So I've made sure my product is strong to back up that price sort of thing. And it's not just some person making it in the house. You know what I mean? So it's proper. And I'm trying to move and scale that to like speaking to like what do you call it, suppliers over in obviously China and whatnot, trying to get it made up in bulk and also then further increase the quality even more. But that is what is the main thing behind closed doors. Obviously in the front end you just see me boxing and making shoes and everything. Oh, I got a stick. But the main graft is obviously all on that.
It makes a lot more sense now, because we had, like I said this off camera, but we had Ellis on when did we have Ellis on? Like a few weeks ago. And he was talking about the clothing brand, and I only knew him for the clothing brand, or we only did. And then when he came on and he was like, I also do drop shipping with cosmetics and stuff. We're like, right, that makes sense. That's how you can afford to build and scale the brand and stuff. So,
Plus it's like at the moment, like, because my younger brother, he's just going to first year of sixth form, and I didn't go sixth form. I went straight to college. So I messaged him, because I've moved out now, and he's taken my room and turned his room to a games room and whatnot. He's living it up in there. He got a whole house himself now, basically. Just him and my mum. So I messaged him and said, like, you're at the age of where I started now. Like, I don't want to see him working a job. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. We need people to work jobs, but he's smart. He's good on the computer as well. You know what I mean? He's like a techie sort of guy. So I think I'm all right on the computer one. I'm good. Obviously, I've learned over the years, but he's always on his computer. He's always gaming. He's a PC gamer, stuff like that. So I know, I'm thinking, bro, you probably can smash some mad work on there. Like, I know if he really gets into it, he could be a very, very rich young kid. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what? I said, because Molly, you had on, they've got their own Molly group and their own training pro. So I said, I messaged Jack, I went, listen, I can teach my brother. I'm more than capable of teaching my brother how to do like the e-commerce stuff like that. But I thought, let me just put him onto that platform. So I messaged Jack and I got him a membership on that. I'm literally just starting a membership with him now. I said, Leah, you're following my footsteps. Like, you're the man of the house now, so you got to start making some money. You'll make a job, but it's not you. That's not your career sort of thing. You've got to find your own thing and build your own business and build your own thing. Even if it's like a part-time thing, even if it never scales to a part where it's going to be like a lot of people or a lot of staff, you got to have your own hustle there, because a lot of things that I learned through business that would never got taught at school and I wouldn't be able to find anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Sure, for him as well, like seeing you do that, it helps a lot though, because it's that kind of like he's got a motivation to do it rather than thinking like, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. You can see that you're already doing bits of it all.
Exactly. So when I came out of school, that when you're 15, 16, you have no idea what to do. You might think you do, but even if you think even most people go through college and uni, they get to the end of it and they probably don't even have a job in what they studied. Yeah, like, it's a known thing that they go to university and don't even get a job in what they've just spent how many years been studying and making exam for and in depth for. So with me, I just scrapped all that. I never went to uni. I thought, forget all that. I'm getting to work. And I won't say I don't advise going to uni. If to be a doctor, you've got to go. But certain other businesses or other like jobs, you don't need to go and waste your time there. Get the experience actually in the job. So with me, when I did that, then obviously now he's at that age. I got to make sure that he's guided into that same path and not just let flipping people chat shit to him telling me I got to go to uni and whatnot.
Bro, to be honest, it sounds like he's in good hands. If he's got Jack and Morley and he's got you, he'll get there.
Yeah, 100%. I want to make sure he's got more peas than me. I'll be honest. That's me. I'm that sort of person where I like to help everyone around me, sort of thing. So I get a buzz off seeing that other person win. You get me? Whether I'm doing good or not, like that's my buzz, sort of thing. And especially with my brother as well. So I know straight away. At the moment, he's like he's not dragging his feet, but he's not rushing into it. Not as proactive as what I would have been, or I am, because I'm that sort of guy where, like I said, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'll wake up and thought, shit, I got to do something. Like I'm that person. I've got to get straight onto it, and he's a bit more relaxed. So it's kind of annoying me, but I'm not messaged him. But like I've told him to do certain things, he hasn't done it yet. And I'm thinking, fucking hurry up, man. But like that's because I move fast. But obviously he's taking his own time to do it. But he's interested in it. He wants to put that way, and so I'm sure over time, the next couple of months, especially like mid next year, should be deep involved in it, and he should be making some good money online. I know if he's making more money than me, man.
We'll get him on the pod, innit? See what he's been up to. What's his name?
Amari. He's
Amari.
Yeah,
he's in good hands.
Yeah, he is, man. Make sure he's tapped 100%.
So what do you think going forward? I'll make this the last question as well, because I'm conscious you got boxing.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
But
I'm good for time as well.
If you've got pro boxing, you've got the Shopify stuff, and you've got the sneaker stuff, which one do you think is going to have to get sacrificed as boxing comes more?
You know what it is? Over time, I've had so many different things, and it's always been like, all right, cool, because like people that know me like from school. They're like, how many pages, bro? I've got about 11 Instagram pages. I'll be honest, I'm always trying different things. Like it's a stepping stone. I see it as. So it's like I'll do something, I'll start it, and some of the pages got like one of them got like 30k, one's got like 15, and one's got 5, one got 4. So I'm doing, but I stop people like, why not doing anything for that page? And I was like, it doesn't work, you know what I mean? Like, it worked, but like again, it doesn't match up to my end goal, what I've got. And also I've learned what I need to learn from that business, and now it's just there. So like obviously like my brother getting involved in that now, I've got pages and like an audience there ready for him, like whatever stream wants to take on. I was like, cool, I probably got a page for that with an audience there, which it's been dormant for like a year or two, but I'm pretty sure it's a starting block. Then starting on 0, you've already got like a bit. When you go on the Instagram page, you want to buy something online, if you've got 1 follower, and you've got like a £800 item sat there, for instance, you're less likely to buy something than if you had 2,000 followers, and you know what I mean. So it's a good starting place. I went on a tangent. What did you even ask me?
Which one's gonna get sacrificed?
All right, yeah, sorry. So obviously, it's at the moment I'm not trying to push the boots too far. Like I'm not pushing it. I'm just letting it do its own thing.
Yeah.
Like you explained, like the podcast, you want us like to do its own thing, like churn along.
Yeah.
it's the same way with the boots. Like if I get someone messaging me for a boot, I'll do them. But as it grows, I'm still gonna limit myself to like maybe like a couple per week or whatnot, depending on how much I'm doing. If I'm doing a lot of work on, I'm doing a lot of work. Like if I'm so busy doing the Alpha Canine stuff, which is the main thing, I won't do as many boots because I'm not gonna go backwards. Because obviously I've been there in a lot of orders coming through for customization. I already know that there's too much time involved for me to get to where I need to be or get the sort of revenue coming through the door. And it can mean premises and staff and blah, blah, blah. I want to keep it quite small and simple. And also because it's more like a brand, it's more like personal branding, it's more me. Mm-hmm. So I will kind of like reserve it more and I'll probably price it more. Like if you want a shoe by me, like I'll just put it up to a stupid amount where it's like, cool. If you want to pay that, then pay it. Like I'm worth that. That's how much I'm worth.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to pay it, then that's fine. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people around the UK that will do a shoe for you. But for me to do that, stop me from doing my other things, is how much it's going to cost. And you're going to get the hardest customer in the UK or in the world. I don't care.
Gives it that exclusivity 100%. As well, doesn't it?
100%. So it was like keeping that small, keeping Alpha Canine pushing. And it gets to a point where your problems get less problem, but the problems to become bigger with like an e-commerce business. They become harder to solve, but they don't get more, I don't think. And when you scale, like I said, my friend he's shipping off thousands of orders a day. You just gonna all you need is a more packaging team.
Yeah,
you get what I'm trying to say. The ad side doesn't really get any harder. In a way, you might have more ad sets like to put onto your ad account or whatnot. But the main like physical part of the job, like packaging, you can employ people packaging jobs. There's kids that come out of school on one packaging job, there's a part-time job, and it's completely fine. And they'd be happy to do that. Just put the earphones in, package some orders, go home. When it comes to obviously scaling the boost, stuff like that, it's going to be finding the right artists who can do work to the ability that I can do, where I can replicate my work, which is going to be hard to find and stuff like that. But boxing is the main thing for me currently at the moment, and then obviously my job. Boxing's not paying at the moment, so the Alpha Canine pays me so I can have the time to box, and then from that I can also be doing the boots as well. So the boots just kind of just there, just floating around. Like I said, I'm not really bothered.
It's interesting, man. I love the way that you think about things. It sounds like you've got it all mapped out, and I wish you the best of luck with your pro debut.
You're gonna have to run it back at some point, bro. When you're pro,
come and watch, bro.
Definitely, I'll shout you. I'm not turning over yet, so I've got an amateur bout anyway. I've got a couple amateur bouts I'm gonna do before I turn over. Cause I've been out for a while.
Yeah,
I'll get back into it anyway. I'll whack flow with that guy. Whoever's the victim, I'll just whack flow with him. But yeah, come through. It'll be in Sheffield, one of them. I think they've got one in Sheffield, so I'll give you a shout. I'm trying to get as many people there as possible, because that'll give me like a gauge of like how many tickets I could sell as a pro sort of thing.
Yeah.
And go on, 'cause like I say, it's a business sort of thing. Definitely. So you've got to be able to sell tickets and whatnot. I know I'll be able to, but how many bodies I can get into that room that night will give me a gauge, and also I can get some good content and whatnot, and people, and they help me like with promoters. Like I said, this guy can bring this crowd.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely,
bro. We'll get you back on the pod as well.
Yeah,
you know?
Smashed it. Sick episode, man. Thank you for coming down.
Yeah, love for it.